Hey, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy 10 Toes. Now today, I got a lot to share with y'all, and I'm not gonna hold back. Yes, we're gonna talk about Jace, but first, let me just say one thing. And that's that it's 2024, and people still don't see the corruption within the entertainment world, and how deeply rooted it is in so many of today's societal problems. Of course, some people are still raised with proper morals, good values, and loving relationships. But we are in a new age where people are being raised online. These kids who are neglected and just got that iPad are literally learning life from this demonic entertainment industry. And that's exactly why people are weaker than they have ever been, physically and mentally. People lack discipline, people lack courage, and the scariest part is, everybody's obsessed with clout. They desire power, worldly power. You guys see what we praise and what we look up to? It's a materialistic lifestyle, a world that doesn't value any true virtues of life. You know what happens to these youngins who have no morals, no guidance, no higher power to look up to? Their favorite YouTuber is what's gonna become their god. Their favorite rapper is what becomes their god. When you're 12, 13, you're impressionable to things that could be horrible for you. And what if that person you're idolizing is promoting a sinful lifestyle, affecting that kid's subconscious and belief system at such a young age? You would never want your son or nephew idolizing Neon or Aiden, or even just watching Lil Uzi's Coachella performance, like, respectfully. But you just can't hide from this agenda that's being pushed if you're online at all, cause, I mean, look at the Grammys, that's a global event and we seen what they did there. If you aren't aware of the programming, you will be subconsciously affected. And because this invisible demonic script that's in front of all of us and so many people are starting to notice, we're realizing now over time that these celebrities, whether it's an athlete, influencer, rapper, whatever, once you sign a major contract or you have major brands backing you up, these famous people simply can't and won't speak out about their true opinions and give their actual perception of this world. Even though these creators have such an influence, they could do something extremely positive with it. If you go against what they're trying to instill, you will be blacklisted and silenced. Now, why did I just tell you guys all of this, and what does Jace have to do with anything? Well, listen. Jace did an interview with Babalam where he shed light to a lot of things that artists are afraid to say. And this isn't the first time we've seen Jace speak out against the industry.
And that's why I don't aspire to be mainstream. The industry is a dog-eat-dog world, and you gotta come in that bitch evil to climb the ladder. You feel me? The industry is based on who can be more evil. You feel me? And I ain't for all that, for real. Bro, I ain't on that.
To drop Mono Auto shit, which was gonna put me in beef. They wanted me to drop a song that was hella disrespectful that I wasn't trying to drop. It was a song called Shush. They wanted me to drop it for views so they could get views. They talking about it's gonna bring in lots of views. I said, nigga, that don't even match up with where I'm at right now in life. Let's drop two names instead. You talking about? When I dropped the Slump Sixes diss, they don't want to told me respond to Slump Sixes. They don't want to told me to diss them that fast. They don't want to told me drop the diss. They don't want said, hey, look, we had to cancel. We had to move his music video date because he had a soccer game. Nigga, use that, make a diss, and go get some numbers from it. Like, these are their doings. Like, they'll tell me, like, they'll suggest it. Like, go do this, go do that. Like, come on, man. Like, demonic ass label. Like, fuck you talking about? Like, oh, bro.
Now I'll play a few clips from the recent interview I'm talking about.
It's like, you'll know.
It's all malicious. It's all malicious. I'm not with no malicious intent.
Okay,
the industry is malicious. I put on for my kids. That's my legacy. So the mainstream shit, that's all evil. That's all the devil. Oh God.
I think, like, say someone went say Yeet, unless you don't want to get into like specific people, but like, what did they do that was morally wrong that made them worse ethically than what you're doing? And I'm not talking about the artists who like scammed and whatever.
This shit gonna be clipped and put on Twitter and all types of shit. But all I can tell you all I can tell you is, nigga, he raps about it. Like, what are you talking about?
That's just fake though.
But see,
I got a sigil tattooed.
And as he said that, I swear to God, on everything I love, as he just said all that shit's fake, I was just about to say, fuck all that. It's just entertainment shit. You feel me? All that symbol, I don't care about none of that shit. I ain't with the aesthetics. I ain't with none of this shit. So if I sit in my house comfortably, make X amount of dollars per month, make X amount of dollars per year, and be good like that. Fuck all that other shit.
And while of course there's a few comments who think Jace is crazy, people always think you're crazy when you question things that they never even thought about. And I know he's not perfect, I know he still raps about guns, but honestly, just looking at what he said in those specific interview clips, it's just so refreshing to see somebody with their own opinion, not brainwashed and scared to say things that don't align with all of this modern day propaganda. Now I do have a few more clips from that interview that I want to show you, because this whole conversation started when they asked Jace why he said he wouldn't go mainstream and if he's okay with missing out on all of the money that would come with that. And just look at what Jace said.
Come mainstream. Why wouldn't you want money?
Mainstream doesn't equate to money. I can have money without being mainstream.
Would you agree that we're in an attention economy? Meaning the more attention you have, generally speaking, not always, you get more money.
Yeah.
Do you want to be best friends with the devil?
Yeah.
Now the fact that Bob responded with yeah right away is beyond me, but it was very clear to me that Jace is implying to reach the top of the charts, you have to turn on God. You can't play both sides. And after this, Bob was kind of confused, so he was asking more questions about the money aspect of it and why he thinks that's demonic. Jace just kept affirming that not all money is good money and the industry is evil.
Push a message.
Wouldn't you say that if you're making more money mainstream wise generally, that it passes on to the next generation?
That money. That money.
Why do you do anything if it's not for money?
Because my kids eating.
Right, so why wouldn't you want them to have a better life?
Because I got morals.
Okay.
Keep making.
I think that's kind of. I feel like people call money evil when they don't have it.
It's not the money that's evil. It's
not
how
saying you
it.
don't. I mean, like,
it's not the money that's evil. It's how you getting it. Whether you Muslim, Christian, any of that. I know I'm gonna die one day and be in front of God, but fuck that money.
Do y'all understand what he is saying? If you don't, let me break it down to you. He is saying what he'd have to do to obtain this mainstream status, to obtain money in this way. He would have to go against God. Now, what does that mean? Listen, he's basically saying when you're a mainstream artist, you have to be pushing destruction and low frequency music, because everything is energy, everything is frequency, and the people in power use this as an advantage to control us. So when you're a part of the industry, you're working for the devil. That's why it's called selling your soul. You're helping keep people at their lower self, farther from God. And Jace is simply letting us know that the devil works through the entertainment industry. And Jace is someone who had a hit song. He's been in rooms that we've never been in. He knows all this is going on. And he's trying to tell us without directly telling us that a lot more than just talent goes into making a mainstream artist. And I've been telling y'all this on my channel for months. And a key thing to remember from this video is when he was talking about Yeet and said it's not just for entertainment. And I put on the screen pictures of what they were talking about. And while a lot of people think that's just for an aesthetic, people don't realize that there is darker energy you can play with. Whether you're on psychedelics, whether you're doing rituals, these people do black magic. It's such a shame when people use magic in a way that only benefits them. But that's just another thing this over obsession with clout has done to people. Man, I don't say all this to bring you down. Matter of fact, I say this to help you get ahead. Now you see their game plan. Now you just gotta plan accordingly. The main thing, keep your energy high. Everything has a vibration, and what you feed your mind and body will very much impact that. Stay off your phone and stay present. The only thing real is the present moment. When you become aware that the entertainment world is just another contributor to the many distractions we have that keep us at a low state, it makes you want to use the online world as a tool and nothing more than that. Don't overindulge. Go reconnect with Mother Nature. And most importantly, y'all, love yourself. Now, I appreciate y'all for watching. Shout out Jace. He could still go mainstream. You know, he signed the Interscope. He did sign a contract. I'm not sure how legit he really is, but he does seem to be aware and have a good head on his shoulders. Better than any rapper around him, at least. Now, go sub to the second channel where I don't talk about any celebrities, just strictly deep content. As well as I have a Discord. I'm live on Kick sometimes. And hit me on Instagram if y'all have any questions. For now, y'all be cool. Y'all be smooth. Most importantly, man, be patient. I'ma catch y'all.